Farewell, Toronto. Washington, here we come.
Here we are on the railway train, and I'm driving, so watch out. Don't know whether to go left or straight ahead. Oh, we'll go straight ahead, alright?
It's been a fun run. Yeah.
Mom wanted Dad to because it's a look at mom. Your mom's like, you have it as Joan, and you have it as Joan or Mom?
Walking up to the Capitol.
The initial first big block that you see in the Capitol, the big square, that's what was first laid in 1792. And then of course they built it up, and then the British came in 1814 and burned it down.
Freedom. Couldn't quite hear what she was saying. Faces the east so that she never sees the shadows as the sun sets. She's 20 to 22 feet tall. No other statues can be taller than her, apparently, in Washington. Of course, she is the ultimate, I guess. Storm and Norman in action. Hey, got him. Bullseye. On his birthday in the Capitol.
Oh well, this state is this is the Navy Memorial on the right. Again, we passed by this. So every military branch has their own memorial, basically.
That's the Treasury building. Not worth as much as it might have once been in the USA. Hester has been here for about 30 years outside the White House protesting against nuclear war. Here we are at the White House. On the right hand and all of that. On the left hand side is the First Lady's office. I'm assured there are snipers watching as we film them, ready to pop us off if we do the wrong thing. So small.
An executive office building named after Eisenhower.
Right, right, thank you. It's on. I don't have to say it now, that's good. This is called Blair House, where visitors to the President are put up, if there is guests.
The two oceans, and then you have 50 pillars, 56 pillars, one for each territory and one for each state as well, and so they're in the midst of it. Those pillars you'll see are connected.
This is the Second World War Memorial. These are representing all the states of the Union. The wreaths are indicating they gave their men the service, but also their support. The wars end today, the guns are silent. A great tragedy has ended, a great victory has been won. The skies no longer rain death, the seas bear only commerce. Men everywhere walk upright in the sunlight. The world is quietly at peace. For how long? Some of the guys who served with America in the Second World War. God bless them.
So at the right-hand side is Thomas Jefferson Memorial. And then this is the tidal basin, all of this water that you see right here.
The British were quite upset they couldn't find any of it, and they were gathered around the well. Somebody managed to blow up all the ammunition and killed many of the British soldiers. So had a little bit of revenge there after the burning of the White House. 1904, and it's a really unique piece of architecture. that unless you can gain access to Fort McNair, which is not easy to do, it can only be seen from the wall. Hangar has at least 3 of the Marine One designated helicopters. You'll often see 3 in the air at once. If the president is on board one of them, they travel in groups of 3. 2 of the helicopters act as decoys. As we make our turn up the Potomac, if you look past the airport, just off the bow of the boat right now, if you look just in front of us below the hill, there's a long, low building, 5-story building. It's tan. That's the Pentagon. And of course that houses the offices for the branches of our military. One of the largest office structures in the world. It's 5 stories above ground, 6 stories below ground. It actually has 6 postal codes located just within that one building. There's so much mail that goes in and out of there.
It's the Air Force Memorial.
That's a dedication to the men and women who serve in the Air Force.
To the memorial essentially, and you'll see his name and the years he was president, and then you'll see, and that's supposed to show that war has displaced families, and the waterfall is going in many different.
Franklin D. Roosevelt, President of the US, 33 to 45. The only president to have been in office for 4 terms, and he died in office. There he is in his wheelchair. This is all part of Roosevelt Memorial. A country, however rich, can afford the waste of its human resources. Demoralisation caused by vast unemployment is our greatest extravagance. Morally, it is the greatest menace to our social order, and I agree with that wholeheartedly. What's happening these days of difficulty, we Americans everywhere must and shall choose the path of social justice, the path of faith, the path of hope, and the path of love toward our fellow man. This waterfall symbolises when he first came into, or soon after he came into power, the Depression came and all the economic stability fell straight down the gurgler, so to speak. The test of our progress is not whether we add more to the abundance of those who have much, it's whether we provide enough for those who have too little. Well, he's the wise man. Shame we can't live by the thoughts he's projected here. We must scrupulously guard the civil rights and civil liberties of all citizens, whatever their background. We must remember that any oppression, any injustice, any hatred is a wedge designed to attack our civilisation. I've seen war. I've seen war on land and sea, and I've seen blood running from the wounded. I've seen the dead in the mud. I've seen cities destroyed. I've seen children starving. I've seen the agony of mothers and wives. I hate war. Well, yep. These scattered stones around depict the destruction that war imposes on society.
And we have our
Mrs. Roosevelt. Freedom of speech, freedom of worship, freedom of want, freedom from want, freedom from fear. There's the statue to Martin Luther King. The top is well defined. The lower half you can't see because it's indicating he died before his time. This is the Korean Memorial. And they say no matter where you stand here at this memorial, at least one of these statues is watching you. I think I've got my guy looking at me right there. They're real people, the etchings on the wall, but then reflected in the wall you can also see the statues, which doubles the number to 38, reflecting the 38th parallel. We're inside the Lincoln Memorial now. This is the view from the front of the Lincoln Memorial. This is where Martin Luther King stood when he made that renowned speech.
Wait, how did people get water?
He looked out from here on the Lincoln Memorial steps across at a multitude of people all standing out there. How awesome it must have been. We're walking down to the Vietnam Memorial now. This is the Iwo Jima Memorial. How old do you reckon this old fart looks today?
I reckon it's 57 today.
57? I'd add a decade to say.
Yeah, room number 69, isn't it?
I think he looks like he's about 67. Doesn't look a day older than 67. What a great day we've had. We've been in Washington all day.